Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Happy Sunday, chat, or Monday, depending on where you are. Hope you guys are doing super good. We are kicking things off right back into some Kerbal Space Program, where we're coming off of a pretty fantastic, if I do say so, pretty fantastic mission that we had last night. So we still have our Kerbals on the surface of the moon and all of that jazz. I think at least we should probably go and check it out and make sure. But yeah, we definitely want to figure out what our next moves are, because we have quite a number of contracts still to complete. We might even be starting to look at doing min-miss missions. There's a lot. We want to build stations. We're talking about full Munar infrastructure, both for the moon as well as min-miss. Yes. So our crew is still, in fact, on the surface here. Now, one of the contracts I did see available to us is to bring back a moonstone, but I don't know where any moonstones might be. Like, we can go on to here, into breaking ground, into surface features. And then surface feature scan points. Is that right? Is that what does it? No, it's feature finder. Yes, the feature finder. So there are, is that a moon rock? No way. No way. So that's a crater. Oh, we actually do have to do some of that. Okay, stand by, chat. There's actually a couple of contracts. Look for the rocks with shadows. Okay. Interesting. We're not talking about this though. So we have a scatter naps, right? So we do have scatter. That looks like it has a shadow, if I do say so. Let's go ahead and get the Kerbals over there and see, because that might be pretty good if we could figure that out. So let's go ahead and egress one of the crew members here. We'll have Misadventures, our commander of this mission, transfer into the airlock. And then let's see if we can't get Misadventures, Commander Misadventures out. One second. We're gonna need inventory. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. We want to go over here. Yes, good, chat, good. It was over here somewhere. We should definitely be able to find it. Make sure we don't run out of monoprop. We should have plenty though. Just a quick trip. So there's one of the rocks that we saw, and I think that's the other rock. The other rock was right on this, right along this edge here, this ridge. So we might be able to find something worthwhile. That is definitely a floating rock with a shadow, if I do say so. Doesn't really quite look like it belongs. I don't know if we can do anything with it though. Even though this rock is floating, I don't think we can actually do anything. Back on the surface of the moon. And Misadventures is going to go underneath it for reasons and take a selfie. Awesome, I like it. That about sums it up. That about sums it up here for our Munar adventures. So we can't do anything with that one, but I think there's this one up here, right? What do I need to do to allow my Kerbal to, like, why can't I why can't I do this? I'm not sure. Oh goodness. Stop. Okay, good. There we go. Can I do anything with you? No? Still can't do anything. So this is obviously if it's a moonstone, you cannot walk through it either. Well, that's good. But I can't, so this is apparently not a moonstone. Do I need drilling equipment? Hey, what's up, Captain? How are you? Do I need drilling equipment or something? Or do I need to take, like, pick up moonstone? That's probably, I guess, what I need to do, huh? Well, how about that, chat? Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that. Oh, and, yeah. Okay, cool. So I guess before I take off here, I want to go back to the Space Center and see if we can't get the that contract and pick it up. F? Is it an F? I'm actually good on my end. Hopefully. I'm doing pretty good. You just died but came back when you refreshed. B-rolls though. Yes. Don't worry, we will get rid of those pre-rolls here soon enough once we get into the stream a little bit. You're a floating rock, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna mark that. It's a bit odd, if I do say so. Quite the discovery. Happy September. What's up, Costies? How are you doing? Oh my god, it's lagging from all the part counts, chat. Where's our landing zone? Actually, where is our? Wait, where is our? Oh, there it is, right below us. What's the hotkey for being able to control your Twitch is doing the typical struggles? Yeah, I know, right? I'm really sick and tired of that though. Like, actually. But anyways, let's see. Let's get Commander Misadventures inside of the capsule here. Okay. Good. inside the airlock, and then we'll make sure she gets inside of the capsule. And let's go to the Space Center and see if I think we had, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I think we had a contract for this. I'm really hoping it's still there. I don't even know if we can accept it, because I think we're still full of contracts that we've accepted, but we'll see. We shall see. Actually, let me just go ahead and check. I guess we can do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. Okay. So we can do a complex scan of a moon crater. That one should be pretty easy. Bring Moonstone back with you. Son of a gun. Is there any and that's going to expire in 2 days. Is there any mission we can do real quick within the next 2 days? Position the satellite in polar orbit. I mean, that seems easy. That seems easy enough. Science data from space around Kerbin. Ooh, that actually seems super easy. Oh, please tell me we can go ahead and do that. Science data from space. We have a space station, but does it have any science materials? Oh, we have plenty of satellites in space. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, what's up, Gunslinger? How are you? Yeah, so let's go to MSS2, no, MSS1, KRSS2, that one. Yeah, around Kerbin. Do it. Do it. Just do it. See if this has like a thermometer or something that we can do and just do that quick write-off. I need an instrument. Ooh, there we go. Please, log temperature. And send it back. Yes. All right, perfect. Now we go back to Space Center. This is maxing and minning, max minning the contract services for sure. I'm back after 5 years. Long time no see, Catfax. How are you? It's definitely been like 5 Kerbal years at least, right? 100%. How much is mission control upgrade? It's only 2. We can get unlimited contracting. Is that worth it? Maybe not yet, since we just got that. Okay, so now we can go ahead and pick this. I mean, do we? I wouldn't mind getting this one. That expires in 2 hours. You know what? I'm just going to do it, chat. We have 10 million. I'm saving up to get the research level 3 so we can actually start unlocking the last tier of science, right? Like, I would love to start unlocking these because there's definitely some things I would like to unlock. You could also get nuclear. I forgot we haven't gotten nuclear yet. But anyways, could definitely start looking at this. But you know what? In the meantime, since I have 517 science, we might as well just pick up and research nuclear, right? Totally should. Because it's gonna be a hot minute before we can get the 16.9 million. And then we're going to go ahead and purchase and upgrade that. There we go. Boom, chat. And I sign off. Wait, did I go down? Is that what you're saying? Or is that from earlier? Is that what you're saying? So yes, we want to do that one. I think we want to do that one, and I want to do that one. And I don't care about Dude Burr. Sorry, bud. I just meant you did the very fast mission. Ah, yes. Just check mark. Gotcha. Just, you know, put the big X where your name goes, essentially. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. So we still need to upgrade the hangar, which we can no longer do. I don't really care about the hangar. Tracking station is definitely going to be something that we're going to need eventually, but not yet. Launch pad's fully upgraded. That's fully upgraded. Yeah, 16.9 really is a real kick in the stomach, chat. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and see what else we can do. Let's look at our contracts. Flyby of Minmus. I definitely would love to do that tonight, if possible. Position satellite in polar orbit. That's easy. Build a new surface outpost. We're not ready for that. Mystery Grew. That's going to have to go up on the next Munar mission. That seems easy enough to do as well. We need to do this. So we definitely need to do some Minmus missions. Bring Moonstone back. We can definitely do. We can definitely easily do this one with our next Munar mission. It actually counts because our spacecraft covers all of these contracts. Yeah, so our next moon mission should be able to cover that. That one's pretty easy, and that one should be doable right now as well. All right, so let's go back here, fly. Yeah, Naps, I feel like you're right, that the rescue missions are just meant for helping people get practice on rendezvous and proximity operations. Yeah, I agree. But we're experts here. Don't need those silly types of contracts. Give me the hard stuff. Okay, we're gonna take this rover real quick. Yep, I know you're itching to go. We're gonna take this rover off the side of the cliff here. Yes, you heard me right. We are gonna take this rover off the side of this cliff because we know that there are some moonstones. I think that's one right there. Some moon craters that we need to investigate for this contract. I'm pretty sure that's the one. There's probably another one down here as well. To the moon, Alice. To the moon. Is there any stuff that's worthwhile? Oh my god, why? Why is it lagging? Okay, fine. Oh, I can actually go ahead and take that, I guess. And then I think, can't we get a Kerbal there to pick that science up and to take it home? A drip under pressure, yeah. Something like that. I'm pretty sure that's one. Is there another one? I thought there was like two. Yeah, there's one right there. Okay. Hey, surviving, how are you? Skirt. Skirt, skirt. I just like to envision that Misadventures Kerman is in the rover, or Element even, Element Kerman in the rover, or in the Ascent module, just piloting this with a joystick. Now that's a moon crater. Why aren't we stopping? We should really start slowing down. Skirt. Oh, that was too much. That was too much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're fine. Everything is fine. Chat, how are you? All right, brakes, please. Thank you. Oh, nice. So it doesn't actually collide with itself? That's cool. I thought it definitely would. Glad that it doesn't. We're doing science, chat. We're doing science. Awesome. Do we get the same amount of science? Is that contract complete, or do we... Oh, I need to transmit. Okay. I need to transmit. What? But why? Is that not the one I need? Is it that one that I need? Is it because that one's technically a large moon crater? I'm so confused. Transmitted total available science for moon crater on the moon. Technically that was a large moon crater, so I'm wondering if that's actually the difference here. You know what? I'm actually probably gonna run off the side of the cliff here if I don't turn around. Getting a little Yeah, my bad, chat. There we go. Do some S turns. S turns. There you go. All right. Oh yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. Okay. There we go. Scan moon crater. That's probably what the problem was. Well, yeah, the contract says that I think it has to be transmitted, so that's my confusion there. Otherwise, yeah, Kerbal could just pick it up. More science. Okay. How are we doing on electrical charge? Oh, not great. Not great on the whole electrical charge thing, so I might need a time warp a little bit just to make sure. So we are going to keep experiment. Let's go ahead and recharge the batteries. That way we have enough to send all of that data back. Oh, another floating rock, chat. How nice. There we go. Transmit. So it's this contract right here I hope that we can fix. There we go. Perfect. Contract complete. 322,000 Kerbucks. Heck yes. Okay. Nice. So yeah, we can just, I guess, leave this little guy here. He can take a nice look at the view, I suppose. Yeah? Yeah, just take a nice look at the view. See? He's just gonna look it down. He's gonna look at the view, chat. There we go. Oh, nice. Boop. Awesome. Anywho, go ahead and back up here. Let's see. So what do we got going on for us, chat? We have another rover here. We don't really need anything with... Oh, you know what we can actually do? Let's go to our vehicle here. Is it MSS1 or MSSB? I think it's B, right? MSS1B. Let's go ahead and switch to, and we'll put it into that slight variant of the orbit. Desolation, that's right. That's right, magnificent desolation. Yep, we got plenty of Delta V. Ooh, nice. Good shot. Boop. Do we have any good science here? Or no? That's the question, chat. Oh, we certainly do. Go ahead and transmit that. Sure. Why not? Ooh. Aborting. Were we... Wait. Hold the phone. Do we not have actually enough battery power to transmit the whole thing? That's my question. That'd be unfortunate, I suppose. It's 90? No, it's 45 MITs of data. Oh no, chat. Wow, we don't have enough. 20% is all we can get. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. Whatever, chat. Whatever. I didn't want that anyways. Nope. All right, so let's go ahead around here to Apo, add a maneuver, basically bring that down to there. Go ahead and get aligned. Hey, what's up, Super Ham Sandwich? How are you? Hope you're doing well. There we go. Boom. And let's go ahead and time warp. Should be able to complete this contract pretty easily. I don't think this minor deviation in the apoapsis is going to be a big deal. That's good. Minus 1 minute to burn. Just had dinner. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, my friend. Doing pretty good. No complaints. All right. Hey, what's up, family? How are you? Hope you're doing well. It's all about family. 3, 2, 1. And shut down. Does that complete it? Yes, it does. Awesome. Is that another contract complete? It most certainly is. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Is it all the way at the bottom? There we go, 71. Oh, okay, so I looked at the wrong thing. So this one is the one that we just completed. 173,000. That's pretty good. I actually, so if this is where MSS1A is, let's actually have this rotate around one orbit. But I'd really like for this to phase out a little bit more. Yeah, see, there we go, chat. Yep, and one more time. Please, game, let me fast forward. I understand I told you I didn't want to, but now I do. Because I want to kind of get it 180 degrees offset. And actually, one more orbit around might be even better. Trying to think here. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that right there. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Try and get it into the same orbit. 178. $177, close enough. Okay, cool. Well, very good, chat. We just completed 2 more contracts. Build a station, fly by Minmus, polar orbit of Kerbin. That's going to be a new satellite outpost at Minmus. We're not ready for that one yet. That one will be our next Munar mission. Position satellite in specific order of Kerbin. We might be able to do both of those depending on where the actual orbits are. Synchronous orbit around Minmus would be pretty good to do. And then bring a moonstone back is our current mission. So let's go ahead and go back, switch to, and we'll look to get the Kerbals home, chat. Fingers crossed we can get the Kerbals home, no problem. All right, chat, so it has been 30 minutes into stream, and probably right about now is a good time before we actually start looking at completing this mission. On the Twitch side, I am going to run a short ad block of ads, if you will, so we can get rid of the pre-roll and mid-roll injected ads. Don't worry, we're not going to do any missions in the meantime. We're just going to chill out, and I'm going to prepare to get these Kerbals home. And then when you guys are back, we will actually launch them back to Kerbin. So hang tight, and we will be back momentarily. Alrighty then, so pretty sure we have everything that we need. I do want to go over to this rover real quick and pick up the science that we have on board. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So misadventure. Actually, no, we'll have Element do another quick mission here. Transfer crew, Element. Because Element was only able to do 1 EVA. There we go. Aha, there we go, chat. So it's the SAS has to be toggled on for me to be able to control them like this. That's good to know. That's good to know. Look at that. Look at that smile, though. Element is having a grand old time. He is enjoying this for sure. Element is certainly enjoying this. Look at that smile. Hard to be sad when you see somebody smiling like that, yeah? Either that or he's screaming. I don't know. It could be either or, I guess. He is coming in a little hot here, so maybe it is. Maybe he is just screaming. Got another minute on those Twitch ads. There we go. Collect data. And do I have one here? No, I don't. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that's all. That's all there is. Yep. All right, back up. You know, we haven't gotten anybody up on top of the arch yet, so we might as well, right, before we leave? Might as well. And Twitch should be back. All right. So we just went down to the rover and collected the science. And now we're going to go up to the top of the moon arch here before we say goodbye and take a quick pic for documentation purposes. There we go. What a great shot, chat. What a great shot. Heck yeah. I like it. All right, chat. Well, let's have them home. So yeah, now the process is, how do we get the Kerbals back? That is the question. That do be the question. There we go. Would you go into space if you could fly on SpaceX and not Starliner? Sure. I'd go into space if I could fly on Starliner. Love it, yeah. Yeah, I like to think that Starliner will make it back to White Sands no problem. NASA's just taken abundance of caution, which as they should. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking it should make it back. We shall see though. I'd love to fly on Starliner. It's such a cool looking capsule. It is definitely by far probably my favorite looking capsule for sure. Well, I guess between the two. Dragon's sweet and all, like Dragon's functional and definitely has a lot going for it, don't get me wrong, but just there's something aesthetically pleasing about Starliner to me. I'd go on Starliner because I might get to stay in space longer. There you go, playing the long con, I like it. Starliner was pretending to be a submarine today. Yeah, that's true, chat. That is so true. I did in fact catch that here. Let me see. If you guys didn't see, Starliner's haunted. Add that to the list of things that Starliner has going for it. Yeah, you heard me right. It is in fact haunted. It's a minor kappa there, minor kappa. But let's see if we can't find the audio. Ah, yes, here it is, chat. So, yeah, listen to this, by the way.
Houston's with you, Butch. Go ahead.
There's a strange noise coming through the speaker, and I didn't know if you could connect into the Starliner and let me keep mic and let you hear. I don't know what's making it, but I don't know if it's something that maybe is connected between here and there, making that happen. But anyway, can you do that?
We can configure that, Butch. Give us a minute, and I'll call you back when it's ready.
Okay.
Station Houston on 2. We're configured for audio via hardline and CST. If you want to give us a call.
Okay, I'm in Starliner, and how do you read?
5x5. How me?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna keep the mic up next to the speaker.
Copy.
Hear that?
At negative, Butch. We did not hear anything.
That.
All right, Butch. That one came through. It was kind of like a pulsing noise, almost like a sonar ping.
Yeah, I'll do it one more time, and I'll let y'all scratch your heads and see if you can figure out what's going on. Here we go. All right, over to you. Call us if you figure it out.
Yep, good recording. Thanks, Butch. We will pass
Over to you. Figure out what's wrong with the capsule. This is how horror movies begin. Yeah. Con sonar, one ping only. That's like first thing I heard that I was like, oh yeah, it's the Hunt for the Red October. It's the magneto drives, right? So what you were hearing there, that's playing on the speakers inside Starliner. It's not like they're hearing like mechanical things. It's like it's coming through speakers, which is interesting. Like it could be a mechanical thing, but it's coming through the speakers. So it's not like they're hearing it through the walls or the structure of Starliner. My guess, with its repetition and whatnot, is that it's some kind of either interference like EMI, EMC, or it's like a notification that's getting caught in a loop. So normally be like a ping, but it's something is like, dampening it or something like that. And it's just getting stuck in that loop for the audio. Sounds like feedback looping. Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. So I'm thinking it's like an EMI, EMC sort of thing. It's getting some sort of crosstalk or whatever between some other electronics on board. But definitely weird, chat. Definitely super weird. But yeah, so, add that to the list of Starliner problems. It's haunted. Just, putting that out there. Someone left their cell phone in there and is bouncing the subwoofer. Yeah, that must be it. But yeah, like truly odd. And why now and not earlier? So that makes me think like why now and not like during the ascent up there? Because remember, it took Butch and Sunny more than 24 hours to actually get to the space station. So, and of course, it's been on the space station now longer than it was intended. So of course, the harsh environment of space is very unpredictable for electronics specifically. So of course something could have, some random particle could have penetrated the capsule and hit the, specific electronic part of, whatever digital audio system they're working with, and it's causing that issue. But it's weird. Just add that to the list of things, I suppose. But yeah. That happened. Thruster out, and it's just, yeah, exactly. I wonder if it has to do with updates given so Starliner can fly crewless. I mean, but why would it mess with the audio drivers, right? That's my question. If no one is in the Starliner, why are the speakers on? Apparently, I'm sure they were running checklists and whatnot on Starliner before its departure, because it's departing this upcoming week, so that would be my guess. They were in there doing checks or whatever, powering systems on, seeing what's up before it departs, and yeah. It's Collins's ghost. Ah, yes, of course. It makes no sense, so it makes sense. Yes, of course, indeed. They just did a Windows update. Oof, yeah. Gotta yeah, CrowdStrike all over again, chat. Starliner is sentient now. Must be. Yeah, 100%. All right, chat. Well, I think what I'm going to do is actually depart this entire stage here so we don't accumulate rather, all of these different landers. So I'm thinking we're going to activate the engines here and actually use the first stage or the lander as a first stage before separation. And I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Something did not reboot the spacecraft. Yeah, turn it off and turn it back on. It's the heartbeat. Yes. Ah, yes, it's the heartbeat. That totally 100%. 100%. Okay, chat. So, what do you say we get them on out of here? So I think I need to go over the So I need to target the CEV here. That means I need to actually go over the moon arch, and we are going to have to do an inclination change at some point, but that's fine. All right, chat, shall we? We got to go that way. We got to go 90. Let's see. Let's go ahead and control from here. There we go. Actually, I think that was 270. We actually need to go 270. But anyways, let's do it. 433 meters per second. We can almost get into orbit with that, so. Thanks, Swanee Eddie. I'm glad you like it. Indeed. We designed it to be modular, so you can see that these truss structures in the middle can be modified and reoriented. So in this case, we have an ascent stage inside. We can also bring a rovers down. We can bring cargo down on these like internal points here. Definitely pretty versatile. So all of this is up on Kerbalex now. So all right, chat. Let's see what happens. Yeah, how much RCS do we have? We got plenty of RCS. Let me go ahead and turn on RCS there ahead of separation. Yep, that seems fine. And let's go ahead and retract and retract. Cool. And that's our target right there. Let's do it. And we're away, chat. Just like that. Actually, you know what? Let's see, 1 second. 72. I want to make sure we update our flight log here as I'm keeping up to date with it. Our flight log for our Munar expedition, Selene 2. Current moon crew surface departure, year 2, day 72. And that's going to be at 3:25:35. There we go. Next event will be the crew rendezvous. Okay. Cool. There we go, looking good. Pretty happy with it so far, for sure. Almost out of propellant. And shut down. Wait, really? Okay, there we go. Whew. That scared me for a second. I was like, why? We're good. Quick capsule maneuver, don't worry about it, chat. Okay. Set as target. There we have shutdown. Perfect. So now we're going to cruise up to our ascending node here, put up another maneuver, do a small inclination change. And then we're going to stay in a lower orbit here once we get there in order to basically catch up to our our CEV, right? Because that's intersect and that's our target. So the target is going to be ahead of us. Go ahead and bring that up in terms of hopefully 0 inclination. Right, like so. Yeah, and if we stay at a pretty low point here, we should be pretty good. And the apoapsis or periapsis we want is 87. So 85 is pretty close to that. Okay, I think yeah, I think we're good. I think we're okay. Oh, I do want to do it like this, don't I? It's not going to be the most efficient, but it's also pretty low. Pretty low in terms of delta V requirement. That should get us basically right on point there with our periapsis. And then we're in a sufficiently low orbit that we should catch up over a few orbits, so that should be good. Are there any rules of thumb for getting orbit in a good phase with the target? Like 2 to 1? It depends. It depends on the planetary body, right? On the celestial body. So not really. And I haven't really bothered to look into that. Like, you could certainly calculate it, like your launch window for, like, you know, assuming it's a 100-kilometer orbit and it takes 8 minutes to get into a parking orbit, like basically 8 minutes is what you need before you can get your intercept point, right? That sort of thing. But that's for Kerbin specifically. Mission manager and Kethane, nice. Very good, very good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and time warp up to this maneuver. It's going to be a 6-second burn in 9 minutes. Should get us on track to get a good intercept with our target here within a couple of orbits around the moon. How are we doing in terms of monoprop? We got plenty. Yep. Plenty to rendezvous at least. And then ideally, if we use this vehicle for most of the rendezvous and proximity operations, then we can actually probably even use some of it to help depart us from the moon and save even more delta V from the CEV in case we need it. Because the CEV is kind of like our Apollo capsule. It's actually what's going to get us home. But what we're using right now, we're actually using another CEV as our ascent stage. So we can actually kind of use both. To help us get home. I want to make a equatorial gateway station. I can't rendezvous in polar orbit. Yeah, rendezvousing in polar orbit is definitely difficult because since Kerbal doesn't have gravity harmonics, right? Your orbit will actually rotate. Or I should say your orbit will not rotate with the planetary body or the celestial body, right? So if like you perfectly get into a line here, well, by the time you're over here, you're not going to be in line to do that rendezvous, right? Like, we bring up good old-fashioned flashbang out, chat. All right. So for example, right, if we wanted to go from Earth, so this is real life, right? From Earth to our moon. What we would typically be able to do, like the near rectilinear halo orbit in RHO, this is what Gateway is going to be using at the moon, is that this orbit is actually going to remain in the same plane as Earth. And what it will actually do is, if you look at it from the top down, right, it will actually, you know, let's say this is our orientation relative to Earth. It will basically stay in an orientation across track like that. And then as it rotates around Earth with respect to the moon, it will maintain that cross track at every point in the orbit of moon with respect to Earth. Right? So that's fantastic in real life that we can use gravity harmonics also known as J2 if you're looking at Earth harmonics and things like that. But these imperfect forces of gravity, why? Because the moon is very lumpy, right? If you actually look at a map of like the gravitational force field of the moon, it looks something kind of like this, where these are like your peaks and these are your troughs, right? So like this is really, really high gravity, this is really, really low gravity, and it's all because, you know, craters have impacted the surface of the moon and densified those different places by, you know, compression, and different materials like iron and things from meteorites have impacted the moon. And so this very lumpy map of the moon creates this imperfect gravity field around the moon. So we can actually use those to our advantage to create these orbits that will actually precess and rotate with the moon as relative to Earth. But what's unfortunate, right, in terms of in KSP, because we don't have any of that and everything is perfect, we have Kerbin and we have the moon. And as far as I understand, if you put your orbit on like a rendezvous with Kerbin, right, let's say you want to do something like this into some sort of polar orbit, if this is your trajectory and you get into a polar orbit this way, then by the time you rotate, the moon rotates around, your orbit is going to maintain that position all the way around. So you really only get 2 chances to actually do your polar orbit rendezvous. Otherwise, you're going to be 90 degrees offset. So, yeah, I fully understand what you're talking about, Andy. Can Universe Sandbox simulate that stuff? That's a good question. I have no idea. I've never messed with Universe Sandbox. So that's why I think what I'm going to do in my save, just as an idea, is I think we're going to use what's known as distant retrograde orbit. I think that's what we're going to do, because essentially what a DRO orbit looks like is, if this is Kerbin and this is the moon, it's actually an equatorial orbit, but very, very, very far away from the moon, right? In real life, it's actually a specific parameter, a specific orbit that we can actually track and get into. But in terms of Kerbin, I think it's good enough to just say it's going to be a really, really high Kerbin or really, really high moon orbit, right? Like a radius of, say, I don't know, 1,000 kilometers, something really, really high, because then that allows your spacecraft, right, to do a really, really high trajectory and not need a whole lot of energy to meet your spacecraft in the orbit here, right? That's what I think I'm going to do, because it'll be equatorial. But yeah, we'll have to see once we get there. And first orbit rendezvous is considered important. Indeed, that is true. That is very true. But yeah, so we'll see. That's what we have to kind of figure out, right? That's what we got to figure out. Oops, and I missed my burn by a lot, so because here I am talking away, chat. That's all right. We'll get into a stable orbit here. Get up to apoapsis, maybe even a little bit sooner than apoapsis, and bring that up. Oh, look, there we go. And then we have this intersect point here. It should be pretty easy. And then we can do some corrections while we're on that way. All right. So 36 meters per second, not bad. All right, chat. Ooh, look at that. Boop. Nice. Almost perfect. Perfectly on the dark facing side of Kerbin here. So let's see what we can do. So that's going to be 36 meters per second, 19 seconds to go for this 4-second burn. That'll get us into a pretty good single orbit rendezvous. We'll be like, what did we say, 7 kilometers separated at that point? So not too bad. And shutdown. Should be good enough. .3 kilometers, not a problem. Break that up with the little RCS control, 7.7. And then we'll rotate around to here and do a quick maneuver to do our plane change. So there we go there, and then I should be able to, again, mess with the orbit to get that good intercept point. So what's that going to be? 1.7 kilometers. Probably about as good as it's going to get. Ooh, okay, okay. .500 meters, chat. How about that? Is that good? I think that's pretty good. So we'll do a 3-second burn here, coming up in 23 minutes. We should have plenty of battery. That's our main resource here. Yep. Plenty of battery here. Should have enough, I think, for you know, several orbits. Like a lot of orbits for sure. All right. This burn's coming up in about 55 seconds. Let's go ahead and stop there and prepare. And this should get us on target to get back to our return vehicle. Stand by for burn start. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. And in 2, 1. Shutdown. So that's not going to be exact. How far are we off? Okay, let's clean that up with the little RCS control. That's about as close as we're going to get. Not a problem, not a problem. At least with that, maybe we can... Oh, there we go. 2.5, 1.2, 800 meters. 800 meters. I'm happy with that, chat. 800 meter closing distance at 13 meters per second. That should be very doable. We have plenty of Delta V. Not going to be a problem. So let's go ahead and time warp around to here, and then we'll prepare ourselves for rendezvous and docking. There it is. So from here, should be a pretty straightforward process. I do want to make sure we maintain our closing distance. Probably even try and improve that closing distance. Did we make it back yet? Nope, we're still in the process. If I can bring that in while also slowing down, that's excellent. There we go. And about 200 meters at that point. Closing distance of 8 meters per second. I'm pretty happy with that. Cool. All right. So we should be able to coast here for a little while and see kind of which direction everything's going to go. We're gonna be within 200 meters. So let's go ahead and rotate again. So we're right about there. See if we can't clean that up even more. 68 meters, chat. I'm pretty happy with that. 68 meters at 6.6 meters per second. That should, from here on out, be totally doable with just RCS control. Okay. $20 meters. 20 meters, chat. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Wrong button. We're good though. All right, we are now on a collision course, pretty much. There we go, 7 meters, chat. We're on a collision course. Do you only use stock parts, or do you use any modded parts? No modded parts. Every craft in my game is stock parts. I do use mods, exclamation point mods, but I do not use any part mods. Mainly just quality of life stuff. There we go, 3.6. Plenty of monoprop. All right, looking good. I do kind of want to make sure I get on this side of the spacecraft. I think that's where the docking port's going to be. There we go. Looking good. All right. Let's go ahead and get into a locked position here. Let's go ahead and set as target. And let's start our rendezvous, yeah? Docking in the dark should be a song. True. Hey, Neutral, thanks for the YouTube sub. There we go. Nice and easy, chat. So when I dock, if you have your spacecraft pretty well balanced in the RCS department, I like being able to not use any SAS control, just so I can freely rotate and kind of account for kind of drift in, kind of like drifting, chat. But that only really works if your monoprop systems are well balanced. I just find I have more control that way. There we go. There we go. Now that we're pretty much lined up, not too bad. How do you make well-balanced RCS systems? Great question. Let's see. Prepare for flashbang chat. There we go. Good old flashbang. All right. So if you're trying to figure out how to do a proper balanced RCS, there are mods that can help you, such as RCS. I believe it's called Build Aid. Will actually kind of give you, you know how in the SPH and the VAB you get the indicators that look like this, right? And one part might be shaded, typically for like center of mass and center of lift and center of thrust. RCS Build Aid is a mod that will give you this, but show you the amount of torque that your thrust from your RCS impart on the spacecraft. So it gives you a visual aid for that. Otherwise, how I do it is you typically want your spacecraft to have the power of the RCS be either basically average to the center of mass of your vehicle. So if we look at my vehicle, for instance, right, which is kind of like a capsule looking design. It has the engine in the back, right? The center of mass of this vehicle is roughly right here. Right, this is roughly the center of mass. And I have thrusters around the top here, as well as around the back here. And what you can do is you can actually do it just by like trial and error if you want to do it that way. But you can also in the VAB basically estimate using I-beams. And the I-beams are a certain distance, right? So what I'll do is I'll put an I-beam that's aligned on the center of mass, right? Basically, it's lined up on the center of mass. And then I can measure roughly on this I-beam how far down these RCS come from, right? And then I can rotate the I-beam so that way it's going this way. And I can see roughly how far it lines up on this axis. And then you basically now have a way to normalize and find a percentage of what your RCS needs to be. So if I find it here that this is around 2/3 down the I-beam, right? And I find here that this is 1/2 down the I-beam, then I can actually figure out how much power I need my RCS to be, right? By basically trying to find the common denominator here, right? So if for instance, this one's halfway down the I-beam and this one's actually fully down the I-beam, then I know that this is going to produce twice as much torque as this one, right? Because it's basically twice as far away from the center of mass, is producing twice the torque, right? Because torque on your vehicle is basically force times distance, right? Force times distance. So if these are the same forces and these are the same forces, then the only thing that you need to account for is your distance. So if, you know, one RCS is, you know, at one full length away, some arbitrary length away, right, at 100% thrust, and then you also have these that are some length away, but it's half that, then you know that you need to cut this one by 50%. And so your RCS thrust needs to be 50% for these bottom ones. Does that make sense, Space? It's a little bit complicated. Like, I definitely recommend if you want like a quick and easy solution that's visual to get this mod, RCS Build Aid, if you're into working with mods. But yeah, otherwise it's kind of trial and error, or if you can find an intuitive way to kind of build your own visual aid, like I use, you know, I-beams. Right? I-beams, and then basically use them as my measuring stick. You can kind of figure out what percentage they need to be. What's up, Seraph? How are you? Does that bring up any questions, Space? Boeing engineers. Yeah, what's up, Miss Adventures? There you go. But yeah, pretty much you need to figure out the torque, and it's all about balancing the torque, right? I've never really understood it, and I've had a hard time in the past making good spacecraft. Yeah, understood. It's definitely a difficult one. Like, so putting this into practice, right? What you'll see here is my RCS are, if we actually zoom in, right? my RCS are almost perfectly in line, these ones here, with the center of mass. They're slightly off, right? And that, coupled with my SAS module, my reaction wheels, give me the rotation that I need. And then also, because they're so close to the center of mass and they basically produce no torque, it gives me perfect translation, right? So, for instance, for this particular spacecraft, if we can, now I guess we'll drive it home. There we go. So again, looking at that spacecraft that we have here, we have this middle part that comes down, and then we have our engine down here, right? And then we have basically our center of mass right here, right? This is our COM. And then we have our RCS sticking out right here and right here. And so the amount of torque, right? So remember, torque equals force times distance. This distance here between the basically the center of mass location and the thrust position of our RCS is super small, right? So the torque is very, very small in comparison to our, I guess, moment of inertia, if you want to think about it that way. So it has almost no effect on our spacecraft, a very, very small effect. So basically what I use on this particular spacecraft is my RCS equals translation, right? Translate. And then my reaction wheel module is my rotation. So my reaction wheel, which I have from my capsule, right? My reaction wheel gives me my rotation in these axes, but then my thrusters, which are in these axes, essentially give me some rotation, right? Because you can basically have this firing this way and this one firing this way, and so that allows me to do pitch, for example. But also, in particular, because they're balanced, basically close to the COM, they give me perfect translation. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You know, there's no one trick pony. There's definitely a lot of ways you can do it, but that's how this particular spacecraft works. Hey, what's up, RJ? How are you? Starliner noise, we covered that. Yep, we covered that. Yep, it is. It has become it wants to be a submarine. Indeed, yeah. How would you account for changing COM? Well, if you wanted to really balance out your spacecraft throughout the entire time frame, Joe, you can use this right here, your thrust limiter. You would kind of have to eyeball it, so to speak, or like write down notes and say like, okay, at 50% propellant, my torque, my center of mass has moved this much, which means my torque on my RCS increases this much, so I now need to bring it down to this setting. But you can definitely do it that way. Otherwise, I think the best way, and if you don't want to have to micromanage that, is just average it. See what it is full, see what it is empty, set up your I-beam, for example, if you're using I-beams as like your visualizer, kind of halfway, and like where that average point is, and then build your RCS there. I joined into a... Since when was maths permitted in streams? I am so very, very sorry. Also, we're about to impact the vehicle here. My bad. Talking to chat, getting distracted. I blame you. It's okay, though. Let's go ahead and bring this in for a good old-fashioned rendezvous chat. Yeah? Explosions are permitted? Well, we can work on that. We can certainly work on that. Yeah, my gut on Starliner is that it's haunted. That's my explanation. That's what I'm going with, chat. There we go, looking good. And we have capture. Look at that, chat. They boop the snoot. Which one is this? But yeah, we did show that Starliner stuff earlier. If you guys are wondering what we're talking about in terms of Starliner, I showed it in here a little bit ago. But it's this one. You guys don't know. You guys don't know.
Starliner.
Houston's with you, Butch. Go ahead.
There's a strange noise coming through the speaker.
It's a strange noise, chat.
I didn't know if
Starliner's haunted.
You could connect into the Starliner and let me keep mic and let you hear it. I don't know what's making it, but I don't know if it's something that maybe is connected between here and there, making that happen. But anyway, can you do that?
We can configure that, Butch.
Hear that?
At negative, Butch, we did not hear anything. All right, Butch, that one came through. It was kind of like...
We have to see if we can figure out what's going on. Here we go.
Oh, it's a very pretty picture, no doubt. No doubt.
All right, over to you. Tell us, figure it out.
Over to you. Figure it out for me, please. I'm freaking out in here. Is what that comes out to be. No, he's okay, but yeah, definitely.
Houston's with you, Butch. Go ahead.
Definitely weird, chat. Like I said, I think my explanation is haunted Starliner. That's what I'm going for. That is my best attempt at an explanation there. Oh, and so for those of you who don't know the backstory, that's coming out of the speakers, the auditory aids of Starliner. It's not mechanical, as far as we can tell, at least by that description that we just saw is pretty much all we have right now. It's not mechanical unless some sort of mechanical vibrations are traveling through the structure, but if that was the case, I would think you would hear the mechanical vibrations coming through the pressure vessel of Starliner. It's coming through the speakers. Yeah, I got nothing, chat. I'm sorry. I got nothing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, ghosts, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Green Dragon. Totally 100%, 1000% haunted. Definitely aliens. I'm not saying it was aliens, chat. But it was aliens. The other astronauts trying to figure out how to stop Starliner's problems from seeping into the space station. Yeah, no kidding, right? They're trying to, like, wall it off, close up the hatches. Anyways, let's see what we can do to get these Kerbals home, shall we? Release me, yeah. Okay, so that's where we want to go, chat, and this is where we are. Do you believe in aliens? Depends on what you mean by that. Like, I think a better way to phrase it is there life beyond Earth? And I think there's the, 1 second. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm getting this up. What is... the Drake equation. That's what it is. The Drake equation. For those of you who don't know, there's this actual formula that's been proposed by Drake. No, not the singer. That's basically designed to be a statistical model on the probability of encountering life beyond Earth. And unfortunately, because it has variables that we don't really know what those variables equate to in our galaxy. It's things like, what is the average time required for a new star to develop? And then how many of those stars have planetary bodies and things like that? We don't really know, right? But the Drake equation basically says it could be anywhere between 0 and like 10,000. And basically what that means is it could be anywhere between 0 and 10,000 planetary bodies just in our galaxy that has life beyond our own solar system. So when you look at it that way, if you're just talking about life, I think there's life beyond just Earth. Because, you know, we're talking about there just in our galaxy alone being billions, if not trillions of stars. And then there are billions of galaxies beyond our own Milky Way. When you're talking about that, that's a huge amount of potential life forming celestial bodies. But it's important to just make the distinction between just general life and intelligent life. Now, intelligent life, I have, you know, because there's no evidence, I would say no. Even if there was intelligent life, the probability of us ever being able to see it, I think, is very, very slim. Because at least by our own understanding of physics, right, we can't, you know, it'd take us lifetimes. It would take us like 100,000 years just to cross our Milky Way, and then, you know, however many more just to get to the next galaxy, like huge distances, right? Dr. Frank Drank, thank you. Yeah, 10,000 would still scatter them kind of thin in time as well as in space. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think, is there life? I think so. You know, it could be life on Mars, for example. But there's a difference between like single cell organisms as being life and then like other humanoid species that can do spacefaring travel or things like that. I think that's pretty far-fetched. All right, which way are we going, chat? Which way are we rotating? That way? Okay, so we need to do our departure burn right here. $24-hour. How? When are you going to stop that? 24-hour win? Never. Every time, Dr. Longballs, you ask me for a 24-hour stream, I'm going to add 50 years. No. Do you think you'll ever make a space shuttle-esque rocket in your save? In this, I mean, so like the actual STS, like the actual space shuttle, like Endeavour, Discovery, Challenger, Columbia, right? Like those. Because we do have a space shuttle. It's kind of like Dream Chaser-esque, right? Or do you mean like the big boss? Digression is part of streaming. True. Sorry for the sidetrack. No, never. Like, I love answering questions. I love talking space, if you haven't noticed, okay? It's literally my job in real life, and then it's also what I do here. And then, you know, we play Kerbal, which is a space-oriented game, if you couldn't tell. I enjoy talking space. Did someone say 24-hour stream? YouTube chat, don't you start, okay? Twitch chat is already way out there, okay? So, what's up, Jeremiah? How are you? Okay. 19 kilometers altitude. That's a little low. Little low. 70 is too high. Let's find the little bear. Just right. There we go. But something similar, a space plane that carries crew and cargo. Oh, crew and cargo. Yeah, for sure. 100% we'll get there. There's enough coevolution of features in animals on Earth that it seems to me that life probably emerges eventually. It's just a matter of time and condition. Yeah, but again, it's a difference between like, is that intelligent life or just life in general, right? Like, there's an argument to be made that animals are not intelligent. They portray primitive instincts and things like that, but they're not. There's a reason why humans are the only ones that can go to space, right? Like that sort of thing. Okay, so 256 meters per second LTV required. We have plenty in this transfer stage. Pretty happy about that. YouTubes are just better resolution streaming, so here I linger. Hey, understood. I do know. Although, Twitch chat and YouTube chat, am I streaming in 1080p for you guys? Because I did change that for this stream, and I'm testing it out. So, is it both on Twitch and YouTube 1080p, or are we still being downscaled to 720? Hey, what's up, Cobra? How are you? YouTube you are, and yes, awesome. Boom. Cool. So we're 1080p on both sides. I can dig it. Twitch, yes, cool. You can get 1080. Awesome. Because I was streaming for 720 for the longest time. Basically, technically streaming in 1080, but downscaling it to 720. So I was streaming in 720. So, yep, we changed that for this stream. So we'll see. I should have probably changed that a long time ago because Twitch now gives, you know, Twitch gives. I used to be an affiliate on Twitch, and so we would always be fighting for. Where am I controlling from? I hope I'm controlling from the right spot. Chat, remind me that we need to transfer crew into the return capsule. That would be bad. In fact, can I just go ahead and do that? I do not want that to be how we lose Kerbals, okay? Let me just tell you what right now. Anyways, as I was saying, I used to be an affiliate on Twitch, and affiliates do not get HD quality vids, or they don't get priority status for that. So I would always downscale in 720 because otherwise you would only be, you wouldn't have scaling. You wouldn't be able to change your resolution. So people that don't have great internet connections, for example, would be stuck watching me at like 1080p if I decided to stream that, which would be, you know, pretty bad. But now that I'm partner, I think on Twitch side I get scaling, so that's fantastic. Oh my, you can see my pores. To break the laws of physics, yeah, indeed, Green Dragon. Which, you know, we might be able to figure out a way to break our own laws of physics in the future, right? It's just our current. Okay. Well, that seemed kind of perfect, chat. Please don't tell me I burned through all of our propellant. No, I did not. Awesome. We basically did that entire burn with just our ascent module. 95. Okay, we can clean that up with RCS, right? Totally, we can clean that up with some RCS. Heck yeah. Get that into a suborbital trajectory. Ideally not wasting too much monoprop here, question mark. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay, let me make sure. Yep, nobody there and nobody there, and then we should have 3 people here. Perfect. Okay, that was our departure burn. Munar departure burn. Also, crew rendezvous, if I'm not mistaken, was 3 hours ago. 72. It was almost. Yeah, crew rendezvous. Yeah, it was like 3:57, I think. Oh my god, that scared me.
I think you were doing something right, Captain.
Homing Pigeon coming in with a Twitch resub for Kerbal for 19 Kerbal years of support. Much love. You know that Jeremiah Thompson guy chatting away on YouTube? That is me. Thanks for streaming. Much love, Homing Pigeon. Okay, I got you. I got you. All data moved. Ooh, make one be coming in clutch with the ground ops over comms. Okay, make one be in the operations center saying, make sure you get the moon rock and stuff. Yeah, that's a great call. Great call. Let's see. So that's good. And then we just completed our departure burn. That also needs to be on 72. Rocket Gal is choking. You okay? Okay. Time at 72:558. Cool. All that good. This is now going to be our current thingamajig to track. Review stored. How do I transfer? How do I transfer, chat? Do I have to get out, put it in the Kerbal, and then physically move it over? Oh my god, really? How obnoxious. How obnoxious. Okay, it's EVA only? That's disgusting. We're gonna get Omni here, because Omni hasn't been able to see much action. Unless you have a container. Well, how much of an overlook was that? Okay, well, anyways. Our first free-flying There we go. Take data. Okay, thank you. It seems to be an overlook, chat. Just saying. Store data. Okay. Actually, stand by. Can I actually take data? And then, yeah, store it in here. Perfect. And then I can take this one. Take data. Actually, I should be able to store it in here, right? Or no? No, I cannot. Okay, just making sure. Store experiment there. Okay, perfect. Surface sample from moon. Okay, that's what we did. Perfect, chat. Okay, we're good. Back on board. Transfer you into here. Phew. I have a mod that puts containers in command pods. That seems like a reasonable expectation. Indeed, I think it would too. The collect all button. Yeah. Through action groups. No stored data. Gotcha. Okay. Well, anyways, I think we're good now. We have nothing there. Stuff in inventory, but not really a problem because I think we have the same stuff over here, right? No, we do not. You should be here, just, you know, in case we have to ditch the capsule. So that should be fine. That's all good. That's all good. Okay, awesome. Well, let's figure out where we're going, chat. We should be going home. Let's go ahead and warp out of Moon Sphere of Influence. That was really weird. Ooh, nice. How ominous, chat. I like that you can see Eve and Jewel right there. That's cool. Why do you bring the lander with you? Because we can. So we don't leave any space debris. Because I could have separated from the moon, right? But we're on a suborbital trajectory, so we're fine. We also have plenty of Delta V remaining in our ascent in our crew exploration vehicle. Okay, well, that seems pretty good so far, chat. Now, what I want to know is if I go here, clean up all that, where are we landing? Hello, game. Thank you. Okay. So, island, KSC. I would love to go to KSC. I have no idea if we can realistically do that right now, though. That's the only question. What is it going to take, chat? Like, what happens if I just start using some RCS control? Ooh, okay, I can. I'd rather do something like that, because we're going to separate the capsule now. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, chat. Okay. There we go. Oh, what a shot. Cool. So how are we doing here? Yep, you're doing stellar. You with the Kerbals are going to be here, island. Okay. So I need to actually rotate around and go the other direction here. Should be okay. Should be good. Well, if you come down on a steep mountain, it can be beneficial to ditch and shoot the Kerbals down to safety. Stuck in a rolling out of yeah, exactly. Definitely don't want to do that, preferably. Okay. Okay, we have no more monoprop there, and we're using up monoprop here. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Let's go ahead and time warp down to here. And hopefully give ourselves the last-ditch effort before we separate our service module. Line up on a good trajectory. We're gonna go ahead and stop right there. Okay, that was a little bit... That's fine. Okay, well, service module, you have been excellent, okay? Time to say goodbye. Nice. Okay. Where does that get us? Yep, pretty far. That's what I kind of figured. See if we can't clean that up a little bit. Whew. Must say, chat, my dog scared me for a second there. Thought she was puking. She was not. She was just doing a hushed bark. But no matter. All is good. No, there's no way, right? We can't do that. Can we? Might be able to. There we go. If we could do something like that, that'd be pretty on point, chat. There we go. And let's go ahead and time warp to atmospheric interface. And let's see what happens. Remember your lift from fairings. That is true. It is true. I hope to be able to use that to our advantage here. 100%. Whoa, that was a little bit of lag there. All right, let's get ready, chat. Coming in hot. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Is that moving outward right now? No. Maybe. Stay right there, please. Stay right there. We're looking good. If I can stay in between the island runway and Kerbal Space Center, I'd be pretty happy with that. I just gotta remember which way is for lift. Is this way lift? Pointing up? I think so. Aha, yes, yes it is. Perfect. We're looking good. Okay, still looking good. Can bring it up even more. There we go. We're getting toasty, chat. Do we see our service module? Yep, our service module's way back there. Perfect. Whoa, easy. That's right, reel it in. Reel it in, chat. 2,200 meters per second still over the surface. Not even halfway through our blader, which is fine. We don't really get much cross range. We can very easily change our, or am I just doing it the wrong way? I might just be doing it the wrong way. All right, we're looking good, honestly. Cool. Well, we'll just chill here, chat. We'll go a little bit over, but hopefully we'll still be within 35 kilometers so we can recover. All right. Not bad. It's looking good. Ablator is now halfway gone. We're sticking right there on our landing zone. That's pretty good. I thought this, well, we have a lot of downrange change, like downrange, as well as being able to, so we can change, it seems anyways, that we can change our landing in this direction, but not so much in this direction, which, you know, funny enough, if you actually look at the landing ellipse, come on, there we go. If you actually look at a landing ellipse of something like MSL, right, the Mars Science Laboratory, the rover that landed on Mars, right? Like if you actually look at the landing ellipse, it's known as a landing ellipse. It's basically the probability of where the trajectory of MSL, for example, and this is true for any landing capsule. You can actually look at the probability distribution of where it's going to land, and it looks something like this. Where this, for MSL, might look like, I don't know, say 30 kilometers. By something like this, which might be only like 15 kilometers. So yeah, it's very interesting. And let's see if we can actually find a picture of the landing ellipse. Yep, there we go. See? This is coming from an academic paper. Oh man, that's so cool to see, chat. Let's see. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So this is 2012 Curiosity rover. It was 19 by 6.5. 19 by 6.5. Mars 2020, that's Perseverance, got it down to 13 by 7. Now compare that to Spirit and Opportunity, which was 150 by 19 kilometers. That's because in general, when you're coming through re-entry, it's a lot easier, so to speak, to generate lift and basically use lift modulation. Either point your lift up or point your lift down in order to change your cross range in this direction, basically your downrange distance. But because you're going, you know, so fast in this velocity vector, adding a small cross range is going to give you nothing, right? So that's why you have such a small variable in your cross range capability. But if you also want to understand why was 1997 Pathfinder and 2004 Spirit and Opportunity so much larger than, say, Curiosity and 2020 Mars, it's because of being able to use that lift modulation as well as being able to use relative terrain navigation. Both Curiosity and Mars use that. And essentially what that means is for lift modulation. Lift modulation. When you have any sort of capsule, which the MSL kind of looks something like this, right? It looks something kind of like that with the heat shield at the bottom. And then you have your rover right on the inside here, all inside with the sky crane module and whatnot. But what's really interesting is that lift modulation means that quite literally you have your lift vector, right? Say for instance, in this configuration, your lift is pointing up. And the way that they would do this is that they would have ballast mass. They would have they would actually have a bunch of tungsten rods lined up at several points on the vehicle. And these tungsten rods would quite literally, in different phases of flight, be jettisoned in order to change the orientation of the capsule. So they use basically offset center of mass in order to create that pitch angle, and that generates lift. And so as you're going in through your trajectory, what you can do, right, is there are thrusters, and you can roll the spacecraft this way to change your lift vector. And as you change your lift vector, even going all the way down to here to where your lift is now pointing down, completely changes your downrange distance. So that's something that we were able to do for MSL, for Mars 2020, and not so much for the other vehicles like Spirit and Opportunity or ExoMars and other things like that. So yeah, pretty cool. The other thing is also known as terrain relative navigation. And that's what we actually saw with the sky crane, right? So we had the sky crane essentially, right, with the attached with MSL here. And what it actually used was cameras with a field of view that was actually able to spot down near the surface here actually different features. So these would be like, you know, rocks and craters on the surface of Mars, and it would actually be able to see those, and then it would have a database, basically a bunch of different pictures that it would then try and match what this feature looked like based on the maps that it had on board from the top, right? It might look like that, a cluster of 3 rocks, and it would actually be able to say, hey, I know exactly where I am, and it would deviate and try and land here where there are no rocks. So that's how you got from that massive, you know, multiple mile, like 150 kilometer, you know, cross range capability or landing ellipse, probability of landing, because we didn't have any of this technology at the time, to then implementing that at MSL and shrinking that landing ellipse drastically and getting really, really accurate pinpoint landing. Like, look at that. Even from the Phoenix mission in 2008 had a landing ellipse here. That was still 100 by 19 kilometers. That's crazy. And then MSL and Curiosity rover, Percy and Curiosity rovers, shrunk that down to below 20 kilometers. But yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right, let's see what we can do here for our own vehicle. But yeah, so going back to it, that's, you know, kind of shown here as well with our vehicles, that we can definitely create a bunch of lift to try and push our landing zone further away, or even bring it in closer, but we don't really have a lot of cross range capability. The bouncy landing was best. Yeah, true. You love the bouncy landing. It was quite good for Spirit and Opportunity. 100%. It's one way to do it. Oh yes, snaps. 100%. Yeah, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter and things like that has definitely improved our landing capability. All right, we're looking good, chat. Okay, vehicle's coming over KSC proper. And we see 3 good shoots coming out of the capsule. I'm hoping that we land here close enough. We only need to be like What'd I say? We only need to be approximately 35 kilometers away in order to be able to recover per our rules. We're doing it! We're really doing it! Yep, looking good so far. We're 11 kilometers, and that, you know, there's no way that if we're only 11 kilometers to there, we should be within 35 kilometers of KSP proper. All right, should deploy at 650. There we go. Nice. Yes. Very nice, chat. Very good. Very good. First Munar mission with crew on board. Resounding success, unless something horrible goes wrong and like all 3 parachutes cut and then they're all dead, but they're not. They're fine, chat. They're fine, okay? Look at this. They're gonna make a nice, easy splashdown at 7 meters per second and be safe and sound. How about that? How about that? Yep. All right. Well, we are going to recover that. That's what we're gonna do. 100% we're gonna recover that. Pretty happy, chat. Pretty happy with that. Not bad. We got to get the expedition end date here and see what that's going to be once we come out of space, the space center. That'll be on 74 at 0023. That will conclude the expedition or Selene 2 mission. The first crew Munar expedition. Complete success. Resounding success. I like it. Did we complete the contract for that, by the way? Ooh, heck yeah, and we got more experienced Kerbals. So did we complete that one mission to bring a moon rock back? Yeah, we did. Absolutely we did. Nice. Ferry a VIP safely to her destination and back. Orbit around Kerbin. Gross. Science data from the surface of the moon. Well, we can go ahead and check that one off, chat. On a high G adventure, no. Science data from the surface of the moon. We should be able to do that. Let's go out there and do that right now. We have plenty of rovers on the surface of the moon. Let's just go ahead and grab it. You're a little seasick, but you're okay? Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Also, is this the upper stage? What are you? Daedalus M SAV. This has to be the upper stage or something. Oh, it's the kick stage, isn't it? Is it? No, it's not the kick stage. What would this be? Oh, it's our ascent module that we just had that apparently didn't. Okay, well. What? It didn't want to burn up in the atmosphere? Well, how rude. How rude, chat. Okay, well, good to know. Go ahead and parts, configure vessel naming. This is now going to be debris. This is going to be surface ascent vehicle, Selene to surface of ascent vehicle rocket body. Accept. That is now debris. Why aren't you debris? I thought I named you debris. You should be debris. Ah, that's why. There we go. Perfect. Okay, well, that's good. Back to the tracking station. Oh, I wanted to go to the moon. That's what we were doing. We're going to complete that next contract uber fast, chat. get another 70K to our name, into our company as revenue. So let's go ahead and go over to here. Yes. By the way, shouldn't these be a rover? Munar exploration mission. Not that one, not that one. Munar exploration rover, MER-1. So did we not launch another MER on top of Daedalus? MER-2 on Minerva, not this one. Max 2 DML with 2 exploration rovers. This should be MEM-3 and MEM-4. So let's go ahead and get those fixed up, shall we? Because if you have no revenue, you can say your pre-revenue, and then you have a potential pure ROI play. Yeah, that is true. Play the game, right? I think this is MER-2, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and rename. Configure vessel naming. Yep, this is going to be MER-2 as a rover. There we go. And then we have this guy, which is MER-3. Yep. Very good. Not you. Not you. Never you. Okay. Yes. Now we have MER-4. Just contemplating life of what it is to be out here on the moon. Oh, I actually had it wrong. This is MER-2. Okay. This is MER-2. Let me go back up. And this one should be MER-3. Or is this one? Or 4, sorry. MER-4. Because this one is MER-3. Yeah, cool. There we go. Got that all sorted. Come on, game. You can do it. Thank you. And then what are you? Oh, you don't even have any control. You're DML-1. That's perfect. Awesome. Okay. I like it, chat. All right. Let's go back to the Space Center. Oh, before I do that, though, of course, I need to go here. I need to just log temperature, transmit, and then we should complete that contract. There we go. Easy peasy. Completed contract. Heck yeah. So, there's a few things that we can certainly do. We could start looking at getting a science module up here, or even sending a science module. Actually, how do we want to do this, yeah? How do we want to do this? There's a few, let's do a Minmus. Let's do a Minmus flyby. A Minmus flyby mission. I think that's what we should do next. Get some more cash monies in the door. Because I do want to send a science module up to the moon as well, probably. We also need to be able to send on that same crew flight to the moon again, more solar arrays for the experiments. So we definitely got to work on another Munar mission as well. But let's go ahead and see what that's going to be. So this one was a complete success. Perfect. As was this one. Heck yeah, chat. Okay. Let's go ahead and get MX-10 going. This will be Selene 3. And this one, chat, is going to be our CEV launching to Minmus. Oh yeah, I want to do a flyby. We return trajectory. And then return crew safely to Kerbin. All right, that's what we want to do. We'll get our Kerbals here named here shortly. It's going to be CEV2. All right, that seems good. Let's go ahead and load it up in our vehicle assembly building. And let's see what trouble we can get into, yeah? This one's going to be, to complete a contract, we need to do a flyby of a Kerbal vehicle around the moon. So that would be quite good. So let's go ahead and get our Max Serva with our CEV flight ready. Come on, you can do it. Thank you. Perfect. Seems good. Let's not save that. Let's load it back up here. Okay. Hey, what's up, Chill and Chill? How are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. Cool. So that seems pretty good. All right, cool. And it's coming up on the second hour of the stream, chat. So if you guys don't know, during down times of stream where we're not going to be doing much of anything, I'm going to run another quick block of ads on the Twitch side to remove all of the pre-roll ads and injected mid-roll ads from Twitch. So hope to see you, yeah, celebrating Labor Day. If you're observing Labor Day, I hope you're having a good one so far. I will be back here in just a few minutes. We're going to put this out on the pad. We're going to choose our crew members, and then we'll start looking at ingressing and filling up the crew capsule on the pad. So see you guys back here on Twitch side in just a few. All right. This actually, so fly by Minmus, fly a vessel anywhere nearby Minmus to achieve this goal. Oh, it doesn't even have to be Kerbal? I think it does have to be Kerbal, right? We have to send up another mission, build a new surface outpost on Minmus. That one we're gonna have to wait and see. And we're gonna do a satellite in orbit around Minmus as well. Can we do a small CubeSat? That'd be really cool. We don't really have the room for it though. Well, I guess arguably we do. No, we don't. Unfortunately, CubeSats in this game are huge. We actually don't have a lot of room. That'd be really cool if we could though. Even the CubeSats are stupid big. Because we would need synchronous orbit. An antenna can generate power. Reach the designated synchronous orbit. Have a resource survey scanner. Yeah, no, that certainly will not fit in any stretch of the imagination, chat. All right, let's get our flight log here. We'll get all that here momentarily. We'll get this here momentarily. That same cost should be fine. All right, crew members, chat. Crew members are where we're at. All right, so we're not going to send any of the previous missions crew. So let's go ahead and send Ew Kerman as our pilot. Let's go ahead and send up Let's send up Moist, but I want somebody who has some experience. Maybe make one be. Yeah, maybe make will be Commander Make. And then we need ideally a flight engineer. Could also be another pilot, actually. Get another star on another pilot. Let's send Warlock, I think. Or you know what? Let's get a flight engineer. Let's get Predominant. We'll get Predominant some time. There we go. Yeah, that seems good. Cool. Let's make that happen. Well, actually, no. You're not going to go in there. But I will put this here. So we have Commander. Make Kerman. We're going to have Pilot. EU Kerman. Then we're going to have Flight Engineer. Who did I say? Predominant. Predominant Kerman. Okay. Well, there we go, chat. Sweet. Seems good. What can possibly go wrong? I like it. Okay, that's what we're gonna run with. So let's go ahead and put this out on the pad. The minty ice cream shakes. You're not going to the surface, you silly goober. Do. Come on, KSP, I believe in you. You can do it. Load it up. There you go. Doesn't it look majestic, chat? Okay. Let's go back to the Space Center and we'll get our love crew module. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Lazarus? How are you? Yeah, our love crew module. Don't you worry, Chad. It's appropriately named. The crew is going to get close on this mission. As of course you do in a professional setting that goes to space, right? And it all starts in the love module. It does. It does. It all starts there. Have you heard about the weird sounds? Yeah, we covered that. Indeed. I'm going with Starliner is haunted. That's what I'm going with. All right, so where is the love? The love van, Chad. There it is. The love CEV crew module. Cool. The light utility vehicle is looking good. Let's go ahead and put Thomas, our dedicated grounds crewman, flight engineer. We have our pilot, and then we have Commander Make. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Trust me, I'm a biologist. I don't know what that has anything to do with here, but are you an expert on Kerbal biology? That's wild. That's the case. There we go. All right. We have our crewmen rolling out, chat. How do you think they will make sure Starliner won't collide with the station when it undocks? Well, it's a good thing that it really should not do that unless it has some sort of error where it actually burns towards the station. Because as soon as you undock from the International Space Station, you go into what's known as a walking safety ellipse. Man, we're using paint a lot tonight, chat. Not that I'm complaining, but goodness. Okay. So looking at the International Space Station, right, if we were to look at the ISS forward module here, right, and you have like the truss module here on the back, have other things, you have the solar arrays and whatnot, right, and then you have your docking port right here, right, and then we have Starliner. Right, we have Starliner with its engines and its doghouses. All right, so we have Starliner and the International Space Station. So what if you actually look at the IDSS, right, the International Docking Standard, quite literally the separation mechanism, much like in Kerbal when there's like an ejection force, it has springs. So when the two plates are ready to unlatch the hooks, right, the hooks open up, the springs will uncompress and will actually push the spacecraft away. Well, once you get into this configuration, the natural trajectory of the Starliner will typically bring it down this way. Very, very slowly. It's more like backwards. A slight burn will allow it to move down. But then once you get into this trajectory, you actually go into what's known as a walking safety ellipse. And essentially what that looks like, right, is you will naturally orbit the space station like this into this natural keep out zone. And you'll stay here until you depart from that walking safety ellipse. So I'm pretty sure, like, no matter what, unless they somehow burn back into the station, it should not collide. It really shouldn't. And if you look at the trajectory that basically these spacecraft do in general, the ISS does it, the Cygnus spacecraft does it, even Dragon does it. The return part will actually look something like this. If you were actually to look at the trajectory, let's call it distance over time, right? It will actually look something like this. So you'd have something go like this, something go like this, something go like this. You'll have these points. This is actually not distance so much, it's kind of like vertical distance, if you will, but it actually has these points where it will slowly phase out away from the station. So yeah, it really should not get, you know, into somewhere where it can actually impact the ISS. You do not want that at all. So the undocking itself will keep it safe. It should, unless yeah, like they wouldn't undock it if it had a potential of slamming back into the station, right? Like you want all of your systems, when it comes to systems engineering, right? You want a safe mode, and more specifically, you kind of want a fail safe mode, right? And that really typically means that you want your system to fail in a way that will be safe for either it or other systems around it. Like if you, for example, look at valves on spacecraft. Why are we talking about valves? Well, because valves are a hot topic right now, right, chat? If you guys have been looking at the aerospace industry news, valves are just a big no-no. But anyways, when you have something that you want to have a fail-safe mode, valves in particular, you would think that if they failed, right, when they actuate to either open or closed. You would think like, oh, they require some sort of mechanical device to close it. It's actually not the case. They actually require a mechanical device to open it. Like the actual safe mode of a valve is closed. So if you had a valve that had no power, if it loses power, if your spacecraft shuts down, you certainly don't want all of your valves to just be open, right? Depress everything, have all of your rocket engines pouring propellant in, right? So the safe mode is having your valves closed if they are ever to fail, mainly due to like electrical charge or something like that. But yeah, so same with like operations of your spacecraft. Typically, you want your operations, if it can happen, to be in a graceful, terminal sort of design, like a graceful shutdown. If you've ever heard of that with like electronics, you kind of want the same thing for your vehicles. You want it to fail gracefully and not have any impact on surrounding vehicles, right? The best part is no part. That is true. That is very true. Drink! I got you, Super Ham. I got you. Imagine RCS with a monoprop valve stuck open. Yeah, that would be pretty horrible. That would be gross. But yeah, I hope that made sense. As opposed to failing spectacularly. Exactly. Exactly. And this is in the normal, anti-normal direction for undocking? Yeah, typically. You can have other, like, phasings, but yeah, typically it's in the normal, anti-normal. Like, I don't really know of anyone doing it any other way. Ooh, that new building though, chat? That's the new upgraded contracting building. Heck yeah. It's looking spectacular. First time driving by. I like it. See Gemini 8 for the stuck RCS. You know what? That's true. It was Gemini 8, right? There's a fantastic video of it if you guys haven't seen it. I just want the... That's the full mission.
Hawaii, Houston flight.
Wait, is this recreated? Or does this actually have the real footage? Oh, son of a gun. So Gemini 8, right, is, wait, does it just say that throughout the entire thing? There is actually NASA STI program, actual footage of this, of Gemini 8 approaching the Agena module. This will not end well. So yeah, they were testing docking, like rendezvous and docking, much like you do in early Kerbal Space Program career mode, right? So this is the Gemini module, and that is the modified Atlas Agena. Basically, they made the upper stage into a dockable system with the Gemini capsule. And you'll notice here, as he's doing his approach to the actual docking port, Armstrong and Scott, I believe that is correct. So check this out, chat. It should show it at some point, no? Is it when he's undocking?
Onboard computer. It was about this time that Jim Lovell almost qualified as the space prophet of the year. For 7 hours after
whatever reason is pumping through only the left.
Of normal docking, an excessive yaw and roll motion occurred.
Do you watch this, chat?
The crew punched up 400, but the trouble was not in the Agena.
It was just after docking,
Unable to find
yeah.
an immediate answer, Mr. Armstrong undocked. The roll rate continued to build up, reaching about 1 revolution per second. Struggling to regain control, Mr. Armstrong was forced to fire the re-entry thrusters and gradually reasserted control over the spacecraft. Neither crewman experienced any loss of orientation. Gemini never approached a critical structural strain. Once the re-entry thrusters are fired, there is the possibility of fuel leakage in orbit, leaking of fuel essential for re-entry.
But how crazy is that?
excessive yaw and
So
roll
it's
motion.
so
occurred.
after they dock, they're already docked to Agena. One of the thrusters fails and locks open for the RCS control, and so that's why you see it's stuck. And unfortunately, this was a learning point for early NASA. The RCS were in blocks. Basically, multiple RCS thrusters were in a specific control loop. Gosh, we are going to paint a lot today, right? But I think paint is fantastic. So, right. If you look at, for instance, you might have RCS1, RCS2, RCS3, and so on and so forth, right? Well, it turns out that in the Gemini capsule, they did in fact have a switchboard where you can control these. Unfortunately, though, you had multiple RCS thrusters all controlled to one switch. So that meant that when one failed, you actually had to take out an entire block of RCS. We learned very quickly from NASA. Luckily, from this incident, we now know that to build effective RCS with a human-rated system, you need to have switches, or at least some way to target individual RCS thrusters without controlling the entire RCS block. But yeah, that was essentially the fix that the crew were able to do in the moment as they're spinning around. After they're able to maintain some control, as they were able to switch off the RCS thrusters until it stopped, and then able to turn them on again to figure out, to maintain some controllability while in orbit. Luckily, it was a rotational thruster, not a pitch or yaw thruster. Exactly. Yeah, indeed. So they had gravity from centrifugal force. Yeah, some for sure. That's a hell of a way to learn about physics, indeed. That is so Kerbal. Yeah, it is, right? But yeah, it's pretty insane. But yeah, watch this again. So they're docked. You can already start to see the capsule rotate. It's not rotating a lot because they are now docked to this big Agena module, and so their moment of inertia is high enough where the RCS is not able to rotate as much. But as soon as they undock, whew.
The crew punched up 400, but the trouble was not in the Agena. Unable to find an immediate
See it
answer,
rotating
Mr.
slowly,
Armstrong
and then they
undocked.
separate. Oh, that Agena
The roll
module.
rate continued to build up, reaching about 1 revolution per second. Struggling to regain control, Mr. Armstrong was forced to fire the re-entry thrusters and gradually reasserted control over the spacecraft. Neither crewman experienced any...
They did that on the fly as they're rotating in orbit, doing crazy things for the first time. It's impressive. Space learning is beautiful, indeed. Indeed. All right, let's get these crew members into our own capsule module here. The rotational speed is slower than the A4E Skyhawk. The rotational speed is slower. In terms of what, though? Like the maximum rotation of the Skyhawk, or what? I'm thinking of the right thing, right? You said the A4E Skyhawk. Yeah, I'm thinking of the right thing. You just mean like the maximum that it can do, that sort of thing? That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, like it doesn't sound like a lot, right? Like it's 1 revolution per second. That's 60 RPMs, but that's actually still a lot. Right? Like when you hear, oh, it's 1 revolution per second, well, it doesn't sound very like a lot, but then you convert that into revolutions per minute, and you're doing 60 of those. That's was slower than the A for an attack aircraft that both of them were rated to fly. Oh, I see. Yeah, indeed. Turns out hiring test pilots for the astronaut program was a good idea, right? Truly. We running out of electrical charge. This thing cannot make it up the hill, chat, apparently. We need to get a running start next time, I guess. Come on. We're almost there. We're running out of electrical charge, chat. Come on. Oh no, we're not gonna make it. Ah, we stalled on the hill. We stalled on the hill. All right, let's, can we do just a little bit more? Come on, come on, you can do it. You're so close, it's aggravating. You want a jet car? I mean, maybe at this point. I guess I just need more batteries. Should probably put in some more batteries. I was really thinking that these would be enough, but they are apparently not. They're both running, right? Yeah, they are both running. It's got a very small engine, apparently, chat. Your Cybertruck is too realistic. Oh man, Captain Failure. Shots fired. What music do Kerbals listen to on the drive to the launch pad? What you're hearing in the background now, yeah. 100%. I almost believe it would be polka. Anybody else get that vibe from Kerbals that they would be listening to polka music? Polka, polka, you know? That's the kind of vibe I get. All right, let's get the Pad Ninja out. Oh man, Tom is handling that like a champ. I love this part, chat. And upside down. Can I unlock it from here? No, okay. But he's just gonna observe the sky crane in motion, making sure everything is safe for our astronauts to egress. Parkour. Hardcore parkour. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Nice. Major Tarm. Sure, sure. Classic. The Dakar challenge in KSP from KSC main to the second location only took me 2 weeks to drive that far. You gotta drive it? Gross. That does sound kind of fun though. Road trip. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Lock that into place. Perfect. And then we should be able to extend that out. And what happens if I lock this out? Is that gonna be fine? Ooh, that actually might be fine. Oh, if that actually works, I'd feel so much better about this, chat. Is that maximum? No, it's not. Something like that. If that actually works, I'd be super happy. Okay. Skybridge doors are open. Cool. Okay, well, let's get the Kerbals out, yeah? We need Commander. Make one be. Had all sorts of fun challenges. Some of my favorites were the Grand Tour, design a ship that can launch on the curve in every planet in the moon system. I remember that one. I remember that one, yep. Let's see if we can't get a running start here, chat. Make. Are you ready, buddy? Can you do it? Ooh, okay, well, sort of. Oh, nope, okay, that's fine. That's fine, don't worry about it. Nobody saw, you're okay. Why won't you climb out, though? Is it too close to the truck? Oh, this might be a disgrace, chat. Come on, you can do it. Here, how about, can you just climb up? There you go, buddy. There you go. There you go. You did it. All right, Commander Make, going up the elevator. Oh, the minimum part count? Nice. Yeah, I would fail at those. Oh, not what I wanted. All right. Pilot, you, Kerman. You want to board? In the elevator. Yeah, Plasma. Typically, I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then Sundays, like today, are kind of always, if I can, you know. Hatch is obstructed. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, so Sundays are tentative, but yeah. Oh yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and typically Sunday. If you join my Discord with !Discord, I always provide at the beginning of the week my schedule as well in one of the Discord channels. All right. Have our flight engineer heading up. Perfect. All Kerbals now on board. The pneumatic tubes. That's right. For all of your tube needs. Oh, please. Oh, my Lord. Okay, we're going to back away slowly and not do that. Okay, you're fine. You're fine, right? Just, yep, we're just going to pretend like that didn't happen. We're just going to give them some room, Thomas. Okay, thank you. Just going to give him some room. Okay, there you go. Yeah, let's not stop floating, please. That'd be great. Okay, let's just calm down. I know you're excited. All right, there we go. There we go. Not bad. Okay. Well, with that, let's get our pad ninja down the sky bridge. Looking good. And we'll have Commander Make heading down the sky bridge. Perfect photo op. He has a parachute. He does have a parachute. Nobody else does. Is he going to be able to ingress? I hope so. Oh, please. Be bored? You can. Okay, thank you. Goodness gracious. Okay. I wasn't worried. Were you worried, chat? Mm-mm. All right. Pilot, you, Kerman. Heading down the sky bridge. Also getting ready for a perfect photo op. There we go. Oh, that's right. Of course. My bad. Make? What are you doing, Make? Why can't you? Oh, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and transfer you into here. And then last but not least, we have Predominant, the flight engineer. Have you had to use an abort system yet in this save? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see. Check abort system. Yes. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. That was with the KRV, though, not with this particular vehicle. But we have had a abort scenario They all fist bump Thomas. I do too. That'd be pretty nice. Ha. There we go. All right, let's get our pad ninja. Close out the hatch. Very good. Can I actually do that from here? Oh, I can. Heck yes. Closing up the doors. Perfect. Or try to push him off. Okay, we'll go for Skybridge Retract. A little wiggly wobbly, but hey, you know, no worries. All good. And incredible Leffy, do those links work? Just want to make sure that those links do in fact work. In a minute since I've checked on them. There we go. Systems are looking good. I'm gonna get one selfie of Thomas here. Good. Thomas brought his selfie stick. Yep, awesome. Good to hear. All right, let's get him back into the truck. Transfer down into the bottom of the elevator shaft. Magically, don't ask me how, but it does. And we're gonna get Thomas back on. Ooh, you okay, bud? Okay, let's yeah, nobody saw that. Only national television, but anyways. All right. Rolling out, chat, rolling out. So Thomas has to get to our ASD, our arbitrary safe distance. If he could just not run into the pad would be great. Oh my God, is he stuck? Oh dear. Okay, no, we're fine. Just. Thomas, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine, chat. Totally okay. But yeah, we have to get to the ASD zone, which I'm going to call somewhere right about here. Yeah, right at the end of the pad here. Arbitrary safe distances, go. Was looking at the fuel venting, he's fine. Okay, cool, good. I'm glad. All right, chat. Well, let's see where we're at. 74. Did I exit out of my log? I did exit out of my log. All right. So, launching here, day 74 at 0048. We'll call that 51 here. Operational, max service, CEV1, LP1. Yep, that all looks good. That looks good. We are good to go, chat. All right, so we got pre-roll ads off. Perfect. Okay, chat, we should be good. Can I get a go, no-go poll from chat? Are we go for launch? Looking good. Looking good from my control station. Go ahead and make sure we get our ES code up. And in the meantime, let's make sure that this is going to be flying max service CEV1. And we are going to have to get into the proper flight azimuth because this is going to go to Minmus. So we're not yet in our launch window. So let's go ahead and stand by for that one quick one. We are going to want to do a target inclination here momentarily, but let's go ahead and figure out where is our orbit in relation to Minmus. There it is, set as target. So we want to launch pretty much right about there. Let's go ahead and control or focus Kerbin. Because basically we want our orbit, so Minmus's orbit to intersect the moon's orbit, because the moon is perfectly equatorial. So if we can do that, then that is where we want our launch window to be. If we rotate around until we get that intersect point where they're all just lines, something like right there, and we want to launch when KSC is right here or on the other side of it, but we'll launch here at night. Or we could go from the other side, but we're here. So yeah, we'll launch right here on the nighttime. All right, recycle, go, no go poll, chat, or we go for launch. And we're gonna go -6 degrees inclination, because we need to go down, because we're at the descending node here. Yep, we're at the descending node. All systems are looking good. We are go for launch. What's up, Flask? How are you doing? Staging is go, FICO, go. Range is green. All systems nominal. Okay. Vehicle is about to enter auto sequence start. I'm nervous, chat. This is going to be the first mission to Minmus. Vehicle's on internal power. Yep, we are nominal. Vehicles in auto sequence start. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Main engine start. Outboard engine start. Lag sequences go. We have pad separation and liftoff. Liftoff of Selene 3 carrying the first Kerbals on a flyby mission to Minmus. Ooh, SSTOs, nice, nice, nice loot. All right, vehicle is autonomously going to its designated orbit, ideally here. Flying autonomously with Python running in the background, we should be good. Does it always do that? Yeah, because we have like 700 parts and we're separating a lot of them, and so it has to recalculate the hierarchy of the craft. Can you program in mysterious noises? Actually, technically, yes. Yes, you can. Are we launching directly to proper inclination? Ideally so. Ideally, we should be. It does look like it is aiming slightly south. So ideally, yes. Yeah, BD, as far as I understand, that was real. That was real comms. No, BD, we talked about it earlier. It's haunted, is the short answer. Is Starliner's haunted? Yep, 100% Starliner's haunted. Did I start making the noises? No, I did not. I am innocent, I swear. Hal, yeah, it was Hal, exactly, 100%. I don't know why it's not targeting. Do I not have it set for yaw control? You should totally have it set to yaw control, yeah? Pitch and heading, yeah. Flight dot heading. Should be target inclination. That should be the case anyways. Interdasting, chat. Interdasting. Set azimuth. Target heading. Should be fine. Oh, I couldn't get it in time, chat. I tried. I tried to get it in time, chat. There's a launch tower jettison. All right, vehicle's looking good. It looks like it's going northern, but I'm not sure exactly why. It shouldn't. -6, it should take that into account. It's almost like it's trying to do +6. Oh no, it is. It is right. Is it not? It's going south. Okay, okay, I'm silly. I'm silly. Yeah, we're okay. It's correct. And it's trying to track 100. What is it? What is it trying to track? 140 kilometers. Apoapsis. Okay. There'll be an exorcist. Yeah, something like that. You haven't seen the video but heard the audio? Yeah. There's no video, I don't think. It's just the comms audio. It has to be within physics range, Super. If you're talking about automating it, it has to be within physics range. It has to be within the limitations of the game in that matter. So yeah, you can control, say, like a boost back burn of a Falcon 9 first stage and control your second stage, but you can only do that so long as they are the one that you're focused on is actually within render range of the other craft. Yeah. So yeah, you could do first stage boost back burn, and then you would have to ride your second stage into orbit, and then switch to your first stage, that sort of thing, you know? The Slingshotter Calculator mod. What does that do? That sounds interesting. Okay, looking good. We're about to get our parking orbit here. There we go. Good to go. Go ahead and separate our inner stage. Perfect. That'll re-enter suborbital. And how far are we off, chat? 0.7 degrees. I'm happy with that for a first try. Heck yeah. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so up to Apoapsis we go. Let's go ahead and circularize to some degree. But yeah, our code is able to correctly target and calculate a off equatorial azimuth. You know what we should probably do, Chad, as well, is in our terminal guidance mode for our upper stage is probably do that here as well. So that way we actually aim more in order to actually compensate. Because right now we just basically calculate what flight azimuth we need to in order to achieve the desired inclination, but not taking into account the rotation of Kerbin. So that means because we have momentum from Kerbin orbiting, right? Or sorry, for Kerbin's rotation, we have momentum that we take off with. Aiming exactly at 6 degrees inclination is not going to actually get us to a 6-degree inclination because we are carrying that momentum with us. So it'd probably be good to implement something like that in the near future for the upper stage guidance. So that way, if we are off in our inclination, we deviate off of our current azimuth by a little bit to try and hone that in. I know, right, Flask? Well, it's not, I guess, well, yeah, the mod, right? The mod, for sure. The mod has the Python interpreter. It uses remote procedural calls, essentially. For Starship, I usually stay on the booster until it lands, then circularize the ship. Yeah, however you can do it. You just need enough time to be able to ghost ride, I think as EJ says. Need enough time to ghost ride one of your stages in. Oh yeah, Andy? Yeah, exactly, Lou. Yeah, something simple. And if we really wanted to do a chat, we could get into, and I still want to do this. I'm just trying to like figure out when, because I'm having a lot of fun just using what we have right now. But eventually I want to get into, you know, coding streams again and actually implement something like power explicit guidance or unified, what is it? Unified power guidance. Basically the two guidance algorithms that Saturn and then Shuttle used. Yeah. Get into something like that. Hey Rams, how are you? How long are you going to be streaming for? I am working on a lap mission and it's going to take a while, so I watch you to keep me busy while I work. Hey, understood. Probably not honestly for too terribly much longer, probably for like another 25 minutes or so. Probably going to conclude this mission. It's a min-miss flyby. So probably at that point. All right, 2 minutes here, chat. We'll go ahead and time warp a little bit here until we get into roughly 10 seconds remaining on this maneuver. There we go. Let's go ahead and settle the tanks. And we'll start our burn. 3, 2, 1, shutdown. Clean it up with a little RCS control. It's not really that big of a deal how accurate that is. Yep, KRPC is the mod. Yep. All right. Well, let's see what we can do, chat. Where is Minmer? There it is. All right. Oh my god, of course, chat. Our trajectory out to Minmus comes back with a free return right into the moon. Right into the moon with an 82-meter periapsis around the moon. Oh, good grief. Finally got RSS Reborn working. Nice. Was tough though. Interesting. Why? Is it just like not maintained anymore, and so it takes some finagling to get it working? That happens often, indeed. Oh, gross. We're so far away though. Let's go ahead and open up this. Get this out. Bring that down. All we have to do is fly by, so I don't really care how we do it, so to speak. Is there anything better I can do here to get closer or anything? No? Okay. That's as close as it's going to be, chat, because we're 0.7 degrees off inclination. Actually, before I do that, can I change up our inclination? Yes, I can. So let's go ahead and do that. Then that'll help us on our maneuver. There we go. You love to see it. I don't. All right, let's go ahead and rotate around. Get ready for this maneuver node. Got plenty of Delta V, which is good in this upper stage. Stretch the neck, chat. There we go. We're slightly past, but I'm not worried about it. It's going to take a moment to finish that up. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to have to do another orbit. Because we just passed the point where we're supposed to burn, essentially. Okay. There we go. Focus view. Hopefully we can bring that in some more. Oh my god, game, please. Really? Why you be like this? Game? Why are you like this? Wait, why is it not letting me 20 days? Wait, what? Why is it not letting me hit this? I am confused. Input locks? Really, game? Thank you. My goodness gracious. Totally unnecessary. There we go. Pretty close flyby there, if you ask me, chat. Yeah, I'm actually pretty good with that. 69 giggity. All right, sounds good. It's going to be 881 meters per second of delta V required and about a minute burn in 30 minutes. Okay, easy enough. Go ahead and time warp. All right, before we do this burn, chat, since it looks like the pre-roll ad blocks are off, I'm going to run a very quick ad break. 1 minute. You're not going to miss the burn. You should be back here in plenty of time. I'll see you guys back here momentarily. All right, quick ad break for the Twitch side. We're just going to hang out here and get realigned for our necessary maneuver here. Wouldn't near science be a thing for now as well? I hate ad times for ad block. I know it, isn't it? I hate it too. But if you don't run them, then you just randomly get ads on your stream, and then you also get the pre-roll ads when somebody clicks on your stream. It's just so annoying either way. What I really want to do is eventually get to the point where we take the ad revenue and then I can gift subs and memberships. What I'd like to do, I think. So that way it goes back to you guys, the viewers. Since subs and members don't get ads, right? That's the plan anyways. Eventually, we'll get there. You're back already? Awesome, very good. Only got one ad, that was nothing? Cool, good to hear, good to hear. Yep, and we got no ads for 45 minutes. I can dig it. That should be enough time to complete this mission, so there we go. All right, let's go ahead and set that up, chat. We have 37 seconds until this burn. Let's time warp just a small amount. Let's get our tank settled and we'll be good to go. 15 seconds, I like it. And 7, 6, go ahead and settle the tanks. And we go, chat. We go to Minmus. All right, 47-second burn here. And of course, we have the intercept of the moon as well on our return, as it stands right now for our free return trajectory. But hopefully, that will not be a problem. We're upside down. Looking good though, looking good. Turn off our CS for now. We don't need so much control authority. All right, almost done with this burn here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shutdown. That was maybe a little bit too early, but let's see what we got. Oh, I see. It was definitely way too early. Pull our CS control. Where's that intercept point? And don't want an impact trajectory. There we go. 2 kilometers. That's a little bit much. 20 I'm happy with. We'll get a good look at the we'll get a good look at that amendments with that. Send them to space. There you go. Yeah. Send them to space. 100%. Okay. Let's go ahead and separate, because we are only doing a flyby. So if we separate now, that should be fine. Go and extend our solar arrays. There we go. That's going to change our trajectory. Wait, what? It changed our trajectory enough, apparently. Good to know, good to know. We'll have to clean that up again. There we go. Yeah, that little separation was enough. 14 kilometers. I can dig it. All right. Impact? Impact! Heck yeah. There we go, chat. Cleaning that up. I like it. Well, let's go ahead out there, chat. See what we can do. If we can complete this contract, that'd be pretty much on point. Get all the science? That's true. We do need to do some like EVAs and whatnot. I don't even know. Can we do an EVA now? Transfer you into here. Hello? EVA our commander. Do a EVA report. Oh, heck yeah, we can. Good to know. Wait. Wait. Where did that just go, though? Uh-oh. Do I have to store it in there from out there because I can't do that in the cupola module? Seriously? All right, well, good to know. Can I just store that in here? No. Wait, I'm so confused. EVA report, keep. Store, there we go. There we go, chat. Because the cupola module, I guess, doesn't allow you to store experiments. So that was, yeah, I don't know what happened there. So yeah, can I review and send? Yes, I can. For 12 science, sure, I'll take it. Why not? Will it ring like the doorbell? Yes, I hope so. They do get to watch the Smash live, that's true. All right, well, speaking of, let's go ahead and teleport out there, yeah? 13 days. Wow, that is a long duration mission, chat. Make, I hope you're sane, okay? Can you upload this rocket also? Is it? Oh, the one with the capsule? Yeah, I can do that. I can certainly do that. The one with the capsule, right? Because the Max Serva is, but it's the Max Serva with the standard fairing, right? Excuse you. What just happened? Okay. Sorry, I saw the game do that, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense, chat. I don't like how it does that. Why do you do that? Okay, we're good now. We're good now. Looks good. I'm trying to get the solar panels rotated in the right direction for this picture. That's all. Please. Thank you. Right there. And freeze. Perfect. Good job. Photo op. Passing by or stopping? Passing by. Sane? Nope. Okay, good. I'm glad we're only passing by. Good to know. All right, there we go, chat. The surface of mint chip. Science at altitude. Ooh, you know, probably should have done some of that. Do we have any? No. Okay. Stop it. I don't care about seeing that. I don't care about seeing that. I don't care about seeing that. Transfer crew. This time we'll have our flight engineer step out. EVA. Keep. Door. Cool. Very nice, chat. Very nice. Okay. Does it change with different altitudes as well? Like here being at 18, can I do it again? I don't remember if like what biomes there are. I sure can. I think. Well, maybe not actually. Oh, I can. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I think it's tiny. Cool. Well, we got a couple, so that's good. Good enough for me. Okay. All right. Well, let's teleport here. Time warp to sunlight. Okay. Neat. Well, that's pretty much it, chat. Let's go ahead and time warp out of the SOI. And let's bring the Kerbals home, yeah? Like I said, that should have been it. We flew by Minmus. Heck yes. We already got science. Yep, we are looking good. Another contract complete. Okay. Go ahead and time warp till we get past that sphere of influence. All right, what's this look like? Okay, we're fine. Good, I'm glad. Our trajectory back to Kerbin looks fine. What we are going to need to do, though, is go retrograde, if I can help it. There we go. Let's see if we can't deorbit. Oh dear, not the moon, chat, not the moon. Okay, good. Bum, bum. Okay. Looking good. Bring it as far down as we can here. There we go. Let's see. That does not look like a good phase, I don't think, right? Oh, maybe we're okay. It'd be a scorcher of a re-entry, chat. If we could actually make that happen. With a little inclination change, we might be able to fix that. Nope. Stand by. Let's see what we can do here. They would love to come back at KSC proper, so we can recover. Yep, exactly. Just plow through it. We got plenty of a blader, right? 100%. That's only requiring 6. I like it. It's so cheap, these maneuvers out here, chat. Just looking pretty much on point. Yeah. All right, cool. I know it says 2 hours from now, but I'm pretty sure I can pretty much do it now for even less. That seems safe, right? 100%. 100% it should be safe, chat. What's wrong with that? Perfect. That's like right where I want to be. A proper slam? I know, right? 100%. But I want to get back to KSC. That's what I want to do. Yeah, okay, be advised, chat. Don't do this, okay, in real life. 100%. This is where we're going to take some liberty. If they pull 20 Gs, it should be fine. For science, chat. Ooh, a deceleration burn? We could do something like that, maybe. If it doesn't change our trajectory too much. But see, that's the thing, though. It's going to change the trajectory. After we separate. Because our ballistic coefficient is going to change. Well, we'll see, chat. Godspeed, make. Godspeed. Good luck, Kerbals. Why was it lagging? Why is it lagging, chat? That doesn't make any sense. Is it a change in communication nodes or something? Ooh, look at that. A moon. All right, what could possibly go wrong here, chat? How are we looking on trajectory? Trajectory is still fine. That is going to change here as soon as we do this. Yep. Make sure this is armed. Why are we doing this? I don't know why we're doing it this way. Don't worry about it though. Oh, that actually didn't change it very much. Not surprised. With vials of goo in the capsule. Probably right. 20 G's a splat. Yeah, pretty much. But here's to hoping, chat. Let's make sure we're facing the right way before entry, though. Let's definitely do that. All right, well, good luck, Herbals. Go ahead and time warp to atmospheric interface. I'm scared. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, chat. Let's go ahead and roll it right way up. Whose idea was this? They're having a good time though. Do you know what's going on? What do you think of the Crew Falcon Heavy canceled moon mission? Really, really sad. Or are you talking about Dear Moon, right, Andy? The Dear Moon mission, which was actually supposed to be even Starship. Coming in a bit spicy. Yes, indeed. We're looking on point for our trajectory, though. We're only at 2 Gs right now. 4.2 Gs max. Okay, 5 Gs, 4.8. Climbing to 6.8 Gs. Sustained. We're still within Apollo. 8 Gs, still within Apollo range. Matt capping out at 8 Gs sustained. That's on point with Apollo. Alright, not nearly as bad as I was thinking it would be. But predominant is weak. Make is remaining strong. They're all a little unsure, but hey, chat, we did it. How about that? How about that? Protective cover for the parachutes. Separated. Ooh, I wasn't worried. Dear Moon before Starship. Yeah, well, I guess because they started working on Starship, and technically Starship is a much better, arguably, wow, we didn't even use that much of Blader. A much better sort of like lunar mission capable vehicle, because it's much larger. So I think that's the reason why, Andy, is that it's just, hey, they're building Starship for that particular purpose, so why not use that vehicle for that purpose? Yeah, were y'all worried? Come on, please, chat. How do you ever doubt? How do you ever doubt? Get some good triumphant landing music too, huh? Looking good. Not bad, chat, not bad. Copy just in case. Nice, nice, Houston. Thank you for that vote of confidence. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Successful first Minmus mission, and we now know what we can do in order to get back to KSC. Yeah, 8G sustained, really not that bad. I mean, it sucks. I'm just saying, like, from a return trajectory from the moon, not that bad. And sploosh. Awesome. Well, we got some science from that there, chat. Let's go ahead and recover. We're within 35 kilometers of KSC. It's easier when the capsule isn't cursed. That is true. A haunted capsule is very, yeah, 8 Gs is a bit of an ouchie, but it's also within Apollo, right? Like how much, what was a typical Apollo? Apollo return G load. 7.2 Gs. Yeah, so 8 Gs, definitely a little bit more, but Yeah, 8 to G landing or 8 to 10 Gs on landing, 7G sustained load during entry from Moon. Yeah, so yeah, we're within Apollo. Not so bad. I mean, like I said, that would suck. Don't get me wrong, that would be painful, but doable. So, go ahead and get our grounds crewmen. Looking good. Looking good, looking good, looking good. You know what we haven't done in a while, chat, that we might go ahead and do before the end of the night here is send up a automated DCX vehicle. We haven't done that in a hot minute. That sounds like a good way to end. We need our DCX vehicle somewhere. HEV DCX transport. Let's go and get Thomas, our dedicated grounds crewman, in there. And we're going to launch it. Go ahead and get our flight avionics up as well. There we go. How does one get a Kerbal in this save? Well, let me check how much Kerbals are and then I'll tell you. Because we're in career mode, so I have to pay for every Kerbal, I think, even if they are created. So we have been doing rounds, but Kerbals get more expensive. All right, so this is our DCX test article. Basically, we've been using this not only as a suborbital demonstrator vehicle, similar to the New Shepard for Blue Origin. We also have been using it as our primary test vehicle for testing different automated control systems for launch vehicles. So we're going to have this do its currently automated trajectory, which goes up to around 72 kilometers above the Kármán line. And then returns and lands back at the, well, it lands within this zone here. That's the idea anyways. It's not perfectly back on the pad, but it does pretty good. It's through the mod Kerbal Constructs. Exclamation point mods should have it listed. But yeah, Kerbal Constructs allows you to have basically different entities or elements that you can put around the pad. So I have our little taxiway along the runway here. You can actually even do multiple runways. I have this extra building here, and then I have this tower and these actual usable tanks that we can use to fill it up. All right, let's go ahead and deploy, chat. Probably should put those out. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And there we go. Again, going back to the ASD, the arbitrary safe distance. Can you have two launch pads at once, like with one fuel tanker rocket, Boca Chica style? Yeah. If you use Kerbal Constructs, yeah. Like you can have this here, you can have another one here, you can have another one here. Yeah, you can create an entire new complex if you want, with however many landing zones and however many launch pads you want, and you can actually use them and actually launch them, launch rockets from the VAB and SPH on those assets too. All right, well, that seems good, chat. Here is our vehicle. Let's go ahead and fill it up. Oxidizers check. Fuel is check. And yeah, let's see what we can do, yeah? So, just to kind of give you an overview of this trajectory, if you have not seen this rocket before, this goes vertical up to about 72 kilometers altitude above the Kármán line. It then does a belly flop re-entry similar to Starship in order to increase its drag as it comes in for a landing, and then it will track the pad and try to land back at the pad. Well, like I said, within ideally within this hexagon here. So we'll see what happens. All right, vehicles on internal power, and we are go for launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and there we go. All hands off from here. Starliner going to be renamed to Subliner after those audio recordings. Maybe. You have to pay for the additional buildings in career mode? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you don't have to, no. Can you send a Proton second stage with TKS on top of an N1 rocket without the original third stage? Yeah. Yeah, you can make anything you want, absolutely. That sounds doable. What's TKS stand for again? Yeah, let me Google's that. TKS spacecraft from, oh, that thing, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, indeed. What did Butch do? Oh, have you not seen that Starliner is haunted? Here, I'll play this audio in the background. If you haven't heard this audio, this is from, yeah, Butch on ISS.
There's a strange noise coming through the speaker, and I didn't know if you could connect into the Starliner and let me keep mic and let you hear. I don't know what's making
strange
it, but,
noises.
I don't know if it's something that maybe is connected between here and there, making that happen. But anyway, can you do that?
We can configure that, Butch. Give us a minute, and I'll call you back when it's ready.
Okay.
Station Houston on 2. We're configured for audio via hardline and CST. If you want to give us a call.
Okay, I'm in Starliner, and how do you read?
5x5. How many?
Okay, I'm gonna keep the mic up next to the speaker.
Copy.
Hear that?
At negative, Butch. We did not hear anything.
Starliner is haunted,
All right,
chat.
Butch, that
I'm
one
telling
came
you.
through. It was kind of like a pulsing noise, almost like a
Sonar.
ping.
Yeah, I'll do it one more time, and I'll let y'all scratch your heads and see if you can figure out what's going on. Here we go. All right, over to you.
All right, over to you. Figure it out, please. Yeah. So just some background. That's not like a mechanical sound as far as I'm aware, unless they've updated. That was coming out of the auditory speakers, like the auditory aids on Starliner from the speakers. It was giving that sound as they were inside the spacecraft, I guess, doing checks and stuff like that. So yeah, weird. Like it doesn't seem to be mechanical because it's auditory through the speaker system. But yeah, I got nothing. I'm saying Starliner's haunted, and that's it, you know. Speaker catching something. I can only imagine it's like some sort of notification that's getting like damped and not, you know, basically in a loop or something like that, like some sort of notification. But yeah, I really have no idea. Really strange. Either that or it's just EMI EMC interference, electromagnetic interference. It's getting crosstalk with something else on board the spacecraft or something like that. But yeah, really have no idea. All right. Well, anyways, DCX is now in its belly flop mode, and it is now targeting the pad, trying to go in that direction. Again, all hands off from here, pretty much. When did that audio get posted? It was today. I don't know when. This is coming from Space-Based Fox. I think they reposted it from NSF. I think NSF had it earlier today. So probably like 13 hours ago or something like that. Haunted by whistleblowers, yeah. The call is coming from inside the capsule. Exactly, yeah. The ULA snipers? Probably. Yeah, exactly. Incredible. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like it's electromagnetic interference of some sort. SOS from the doghouse. A link? Sure. There you are. All right, looking good, chat. DCX, like I said, is belly flopping. Tease it. Tease it. It's looking good. Tracking the pad. Maintaining stability. Starting to slow down. It's flying, chat. It's starting to fly. Imagine hearing that out of nowhere in space would be alarming. Yeah, it would. It would definitely be alarming. And tracking the pad. Currently targeting 15 degrees pitch up, trying to slow itself down as it aims for the pad. Rolling. There we go, and we're flying, chat. We are 3 kilometers downrange, traveling 170 meters per second towards the pad. Vehicle is pitching up 20 degrees. Continuing to pitch up 30 degrees. Should now be starting to pitch up 70 degrees here. There it goes. We're within 1 kilometer. Vehicle's looking good. 500 meters. Vehicle's tracking the pad. Stand by. Looking good. Should be entering landing mode here soon. And there it goes, entering landing mode. Hover slam should begin here shortly. There it goes, hover slam. Okay, there we go. We're gonna be just off the hexagon this time, chat. Son of a gun. I'm not sure, Andy. Well, there you go, chat. Not bad. How far were we? We were 160 meters away from the takeoff point. But see now, chat, now what we can do, we can take our recovery vehicle and bring it over there, pick it up, put it back on the launch pad and launch it again. Not exactly feeling sorry for Boeing. Yeah, understand. I understand that sentiment. It'd be right on Thomas's head. Well, that is true, but it wasn't, so we're fine. Oh, that is well, I'm glad I didn't. Well, I'm glad I didn't land on that. Perfect. What are you doing? Okay, there you go. All right, cool. We're fine. We're fine, chat. Don't even worry about it. And we got it. Bring that down, lift it up, brakes on. That seems good. Bring it to target of 90. And bring this up. Oh yeah. The red shirts would be worried. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. And because there's that seam there, we're not gonna, oops, I should have probably brought those up. Don't worry about that, chat. That's totally normal. Smash it. That's right. New recovery step .4. Smash it. Just ram into it so you get a good latch. Cannot watch creepy scenes in space shows. I'm with you. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Fine, this is. Well, thank you, Yoda. Skirt. Oh, please don't tip. Please don't tip. We're fine. This is fine. Where's the end of that seam? Is that it right there? Are we good now? Well, We're gonna figure it out if we're good or not. Oh, we're definitely not good. Okay, good. That's, yep, we're gonna, we're just gonna continue this way until, yep. That wasn't great. That was not great. All right, how about now? Did I learn my lesson? No. Can we go? Maybe? Yeah, we can. There we go, chat. Oh, I didn't learn my lesson. Nope. And that's gonna do it, chat. Perfect. That was the perfect ending to the night, if you ask me, chat. So that is gonna have to do it for us. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Got another couple contracts under our belt and all that jazz. Yeah. So Starliner's Haunted, don't forget that, chat. Polaris Dawn, unless something has changed, is it's currently slated for, I believe, Wednesday. Next space flight. Let's check on that. Polaris Dawn is still slated for Wednesday at 1:38 a.m. Mountain Time. So I hope to cover that. We should be here on Wednesday early morning Mountain Time for me. We'll also be back here probably tomorrow on Labor Day. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Have a good Labor Day if you're observing Labor Day. But yeah. Peak Kerbal. Well, thank you, Talk. I appreciate it. Much love to everybody. Have a good Monday wherever you may be. Yeah, we'll see you on the flip side, chat.